Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one because I'm going to be testing out a few new items from W7. Okay, so we have new highlighter, we have all of the lip oils, we have the vitamin C fixer, the new Sherbet pop palette, and I've also got the little precision puff that they've recently launched as well. I'm very fortunate to be sent W7 products because I do work with them, but all of my YouTube videos, they are my own opinions because this is my own content. I'm just doing this just to give you a bit of a feeler for all the products, and if there's anything you fancy like picking up, then this video could hopefully help you. So let's get on into it. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is this precision puff. As you can see, I have opened it because I have used it. So I'll insert the clips here of me applying it. But this is a really cute little powder puff. It has a very pointed, precise like edge, so you can really like get in like the crevice of like your inner corner. Stop saying like, Alex. You can get in the crevice of your whole like sort of under eye really easily. I did use this to apply a powder to my T-zone. I don't use powder puffs for my whole face just because I don't know, I feel like I'm not powdering enough. I don't know why, even though you are. Like, look how smooth my powder looks on my teeth. I mean everywhere, to be honest. I've got the Laura Mercier one on today, so that's probably why. But these powder puffs are a game changer. Like, they do really apply your powders so smoothly and flawlessly. Like, I absolutely love this. My favourite pairing is a powder puff with the Huda Beauty powder, like everyone else on TikTok. So if you haven't tried one of these, I definitely would check these out. I imagine these are probably really affordable. I will link everything down below if you are interested. And I do have a discount code with W7. It's not affiliated or nothing. I don't earn any money off it, but it gets you 10% off. It's AlixKate10. Again, I'll leave that down below for you. But yeah, this is a really, really cute powder puff. You can even get these in like Primark now, like everyone's doing them. But if you have not tried these yet, I definitely do recommend, just because they apply it so smoothly. Like, look at my face, it looks incredible. So yeah, definitely recommend this. Okay, next we have this. This is the Afterglow blush and highlight, and I'll give you 5 seconds if you can tell me what this is duping. We have another high-end highlighter dupe, so that is what it looks like. And if you didn't know, or yeah, if you wasn't sure, it is duping this by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Multi Glow. This is Romance Light. I'm pretty sure it is duping this one. Yeah, so this is what the Charlotte Tilbury one looks like. Obviously, very obvious duping. And this is what the W7 one looks like against it. So obviously, the pattern and everything is different, but like the idea of it is literally exactly the same. It's crazy. Like, even the shades are very like similar vibes, you know. I will say the W7 one looks a lot more glittery than what the Charlotte Tilbury one does, but if I remember rightly, I'm sure the Charlotte Tilbury one had an overspray of shimmer on it, glitter on it. You can kind of see with the darker shades because I haven't really used them that much. But I'm not going to be comparing these in today's video, but if you would like me to do like another like dupes video, not just these but multiple dupes that W7 have done, definitely let me know and I will get around to doing that. Or I might even do a TikTok on these because that'll be easy, and then I'll upload it onto YouTube Shorts as well. So yeah, this is what the W7 one looks like. It does come with a nice big mirror as well, and you get 4 shades in here, and you can either like use them one by one, or you can kind of swirl them together and get like an overall sort of highlight. Definitely not swatch that in order, as you can see, but these are the shades of the highlighters. Obviously this one is probably the one I'd most likely go for. They are like quite powdery, but I mean, you know, it is W7, so it is a more affordable brand. And then if I just kind of like swipe up and down, this is the vibe I'm getting. It is giving me like ombre effects. This is what it looks like. I'm hoping it'll work for me. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like dip my brush into like these lighter shades, just because I don't think the other ones, they'll be too dark for me. It does say this is like a blush and highlighter, but personally I wouldn't use this for blush. It's definitely more of a highlighter for me. Look at this on my skin right now. It definitely gives me like the vibes of Charlotte Tilbury, like the Charlotte Tilbury one, as it says, multi-glow. It's more of like a glowy highlighter. It's not like super like stark and like blinding on your face. Like, even though you can definitely see this, like it is a stunning highlighter, but it's not like super like chunky, powdery, like pingy. Like, it looks beautiful, and like the shimmer particles in it, like, I used to be really scared of like shimmery highlighters, but I do feel like they give that more of that glowy effect rather than the metallic highlighter sort of vibe. So I feel like with this, it definitely looks like a Charlotte Tilbury sort of highlighter. I'm not going to say it's a dupe yet, because obviously I haven't compared them side by side, but I mean, even the packaging is so similar. Like, look at that. How did I get away with it? I don't know. Okay, we get another thumbs up from me. Next, we're going to move on to the spray. So this is the Vit C Fixer Dewy Fist. Oh my Christ. Dewy Finish Long Lasting Makeup Fixer Vitamin C and Cactus Extract. Woo! That was a mouthful. This is what the bottle looks like. Is this meant to be a dupe of Urban Decay maybe? I do not know. Or maybe Beauty Crop. I'm not sure. Vitamin C sprays seem to be a thing at the moment. I don't really know what they're meant to do. It just says makeup setting spray on it. So, I mean, it does give a dewy finish as well. So, let's just kind of... Oh my God. Smells good. The mister for a drugstore foundation. What is wrong with me? For a drugstore spray, that is a really nice mister. I just love a good setting spray because it just melts all of your powders together. I love it. Woo! Okay, just looking at my skin. So, doesn't seem to have any glitter like / shimmer in it, which personally I'm quite glad, because I don't know, I'm not really a fan of that sort of setting spray. Like, I love a glowy, dewy one, but not shimmery or glittery. This just has a really nice feel to it. Can you tell on my forehead that it's a little bit dewy? I don't know, but it does look really nice on the skin, and my powders look like they have gelled really nicely together. So that is a really nice spray, and I absolutely love the mister on it. Ooh, we have the lip oils here. We have 5 of them. I honestly, when I first saw them, I was like, are they like a NYX dupe? Because isn't there's like fat lip oil or something like this, and this is thick drip, and it's in very similar packaging. Like, even oh my God, that took so much effort. Even like the doe foot and everything, they smell amazing, by the way, like absolutely amazing. But then I thought the NYX ones have literally only just come out, so I don't know, is it a coincidence or is it a dupe? I'm not really too sure. But we have 5 of them here. So firstly, we have in the clear, which is a clear lip oil, just for people who don't like a lip tinted sort of product. So I'm glad they've come out with a clear one. Then we've got the shade Too Close, which is a bit more on the pinky side. I think I might go for this one today, actually. Then we have this one. This is called Foolish. And this one actually has shimmery particles in it. Can you see that? So it's on like the dark pink side, but it has shimmer in it, which is quite cute. And then we have another shimmery one. This is called Spotlight, but it's more of like an orangey sort of colour. Can you see that? It has like gold reflex in it. I haven't even got a NYX one. I think it's just because they're a bit more on the pricey side, where maybe these are a £5, I'm not sure. And then we have this one, which is called Rocket. And it's more of like that deep reddy shade, which is super cute. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to put lipstick on today. I think I'm literally going to use just the lip oil. So I'm just going to go in with a lip liner. This is the IRL lip definer in Frappuccino Nude. I've been using this like so much recently. I took this to Manchester with me. I don't even know why. I just chucked it in my bag and I've been using it ever since. And the reason I'm putting it on now, by the way, is just because so I can, you know, see how they last throughout the rest of this video. So yeah, I think I'm going to go in with this one, which is Too Close. Smell absolutely unreal. This is the doe foot. It's a really nice big doe foot. I love doing this for like days that I don't want to wear a lipstick. Like lip oils are so comfortable and hydrating. So that is what that shade looks like. It looks absolutely beautiful. I definitely think that's going to be my favourite, like paired with a like nudie pinky lip liner. Absolute perfection. And I think I'm going to wear this out tonight because I've got my hair up where it needs a wash, and I wasn't actually planning on going out tonight, but I am anyway. So I think I'm just going to still stick with the lip oil, but it feels really nice and hydrating. It does have a little bit more of a thicker texture. Maybe that's where they were going with the name, I'm not sure, but in like a good way. Like with lip oils, I don't mind if they're thicker on the heavy side because it's a lip oil. Its job is to hydrate my lips, so I would prefer them to be like this. And it's nice because they still feel really nice and lightweight where they're not like a pigmented lipstick or something. So I really like the look of this. The shade is Defo my fave. I think it goes really well with my natural lip colour and that lip liner. Yeah, okay, love that. So these are the swatches of all of the lip oils. So we have Spotlight at the top, we have Foolish second, we have the one I just used, which is Too Close, we have Rocket, and then the bottom one, you know, you can't really see much of it because it's clear, but that is the clear one there. They are really nice and pigmented. They obviously don't have too much pigment in them because they are lip oils, but you can see the tinge of them in those swatches, and this shade Too Close just looks beautiful, and I really like these. Okay, the final product I'm going to be using in today's video is their new palette. This is the Sherbet Pop Pastel Multi-Textured Pressed Pigment Palette. The packaging is absolutely stunning. They've done a lot of palettes in this sort of packaging recently. Okay, so this is what Sherbet Pop looks like. Does anyone have any idea what it's duping? Let me know down below what you think. I'm going to tell you now. So this is actually duping the Natasha Denona Pastel Palette, which is really cool because that palette is so expensive. I don't have that palette because, as I said, it's like literally so expensive. I do have some Natasha Denona palettes. In fact, I think I actually have quite a few. But the pastel one is one of the palettes I didn't want to get just because, you know, I don't use pastels enough to spend like £68 on a palette. So for W7 to come out with such an affordable dupe on that palette, I'm literally so excited. I was talking to my patrons about it. I think Pin was saying this palette is a dupe, but I think it's just the last 3 rows here that don't belong in the Natasha Denona palette. Everything else is the same, just apart from these 3 nudie shades on the end, which is pretty cool. So those lip oils are £4.50. The spray is £3.95. The palette is £9.95. And the highlighter is £4.95, and sorry, the velvet powder puff is £3.95. So everything is under a tenner in this video, which is absolutely unreal. I love a good like under £10 purchase. So let's create a look with this. I am going out tonight, so I'm a bit, you know, don't know if I want to go too wild, but I will try and use sort of like as many shades as possible. Okay, so I've just primed my eyes with the W7 Prime View eye primer. This is a dupe of P. Louise. So I might play with like the nudes, oranges, purples, pinks sort of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I think firstly, I'm going to go in with Vacay, which is this colour here. There is a brush in the palette. These are the ones that look like the ABH, where it's like kind of like a flat edged one and then a fluffy one on the other side. I will get round to that, but I'm not going to use that right this second. I'm going to take that Vacay shade and I'm going to pop that in my crease. It's a really nice, I like dusky pink kind of colour. I don't know, it's very beautiful. The shades are quite powdery in the palette, but I mean, they are going on the eye. Absolutely divine. I think next I'm going to take Fruity, which is this pale pink shade, and I'm just going to dust that kind of like on top of that crease shade. We'll come back to the blend sort of afterwards because obviously there is, you know, harsh lines. Next I'm going to take Candy, which is this pale, what's that called? Lilac shade there. Next, I'm going to go in with Dreamy, which is this purple shade here. It's one of the deep ones in the palette. That's the only thing with this, is that, you know, it might possibly not work on a deeper skin tone just because of the lack of, oh my goodness, look at that, Christ, I didn't expect that. Just because of the lack of like deeper pigments in here. It is a pastel eyeshadow palette, but yeah, just be a bit wary of that. So I'm going to go back in and blend all these because obviously, I mean, that just looks super harsh and that's, you know, not the type of vibe we're going for. Okay, now we're just going to go back in to like the other shades just to make sure these lands are not looking super harsh because we want it to be a bit more effortless. Effortless. Okay, so these are the lids with just the matte shades on. They're like super blendable. Like, I love these shades so much. I'm not really having any issues at the moment, which is great. I feel like this would be the point where I'd add a pop of colour like on my lower lash line, but I'm going to have to play it safe. So I think I'm going to go with the shade Vacay again, which is the one we started with. And yeah, I'm just going to be really boring today. I'm very sorry. Actually, to be honest, some people don't like the pops of colour I do on my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go back in with Dreamy, which is the dark purple. And I'm just going to add this to the very sort of like outer corners. Okay, it's shimmer time, so I think I'm going to go monochrome, like, on the lid. So I'm going to use the shade Sweet, which is this one. And then we do have a couple of options for the inner corner, which is great. I'm going to take this on my finger, I think. I found with W7 shimmers that they can be on the chunky side a little bit, but still good. I'm so sorry if the sound quality hasn't been great. I don't know what's happening with me today, but I keep forgetting to put my mic back on, and I actually don't know the last time I had it on. I completely forgot to use the brush annoyingly, but I'm going to use the flat side of it now, and I'm going to go into Delicious, which is this shade here, and I'm just going to use that just to blend the outer corner, the parts of the shimmer on the inner and outer corner. I cannot speak. And what I can do with this brush is literally just tap my brush in Candy, which is the really pale purple, and really buff that into the top edges here, just so you get that pastely effect, you know. Okay, and then for the inner corner and brow bone, I think I'm going to go in with Refreshing, which is this shade here. It's more of that, how do I explain that? It's not like a proper shimmer texture. It feels a bit like, almost like jelly, but not. It's like a bit more solid than jelly, but I don't know. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it's very pigmented and it is a very bright shade. So the word I'm looking for, it's more of a putty texture, you know? It's not like a flat shimmer. It definitely has that putty texture to it. Okay, we've kind of gone down the route of like monochrome, purpley, mauvey, pinky sort of vibe today. This is the finished look. I'm just going to hop off camera, pop some mascara on, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts on all of the products we used today. Okay, so I'm back. This is my finished look, and this is what my final look is looking like. Look at the shimmer. It's so stunning. For my mascara, as I said earlier, I did use the W7 More Lashes Lengthening Mascara. Very good dupe to roller lash, I'm not going to lie. If you think that that's too expensive, because it literally is so expensive, like, and they're like £25, £26 now. I don't know, but they're so expensive. So if you want a good drugstore dupe, this W7 one is amazing. And then my lips is the same. It's just the IRL lip liner with the lip oil. Overall, I think we've had a really good video today. I'm really impressed with the powder puff. I'm impressed with the setting spray. The lip oils are really good. I'm going to be using this so much. It is unreal. I love how they feel on the lips. Absolutely stunning lip oils. The highlighter was really good as well. I love how that looks on my skin. I feel like it truly is a really good representation of the Charlotte Tilbury one, because it is more of that like glowy highlighter rather than a blinding sort of one. The palette was very, very beautiful. I do love that they've come out with a dupe for the Natasha Denona one, because I'm not gonna lie, like, not everyone can afford a £68 palette. So for them to bring out a very good dupe, I mean, I haven't got the Natasha Denona one to compare, so I don't know how that one performs, but this is a very good pigmented drugstore pastel palette, and I reckon it would probably smash, you know, the Natasha Denona one. I actually have a friend that's done a video comparing the two. Her name's Kerry. I will link her video down below. So if you do want to see a side-by-side comparison of this and the Natasha Denona, I will leave that video linked down below for you. But I'm really impressed with the pigmentation of this palette. Obviously, I haven't used all of the shades, so I can't speak for like the greens and the blues. But all of the orangey, pinky, purpley shades and the shimmers, they worked brilliantly. The shimmers, you know, they worked well, but they're definitely not my favourite shimmer formula. I'm not really a fan of the putty, even though it looks good. Like, it looks very blinding in a corner and brow bone. I'm just not a fan of the texture of them, but they worked well. They're just not my favourite shimmer formula, but the mattes I'm super impressed with. I'm definitely going to try and create another look with this palette. Definitely let me know if you want to see that, and I will get that done for you. So yeah, I think we've smashed today's video. All the products that I've used, I'm literally so impressed with, so I'm very happy with the outcome. Definitely let me know your thoughts and opinions on all these products down below. I would love to know. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.